WAOH is brought to you in part by Ohio's #1 trusted real estate team, The Young Team. Online at theyoungteam.com.
Today I get to talk with Kelly Farris. She is the Volunteer and Events Coordinator and the Interim Director of the International Welcome Center. Kelly, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
It's lovely to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
I'm so glad to have you guys. I've actually been involved a little bit with the International Welcome Center as an MC and had a wonderful chance to interview some people from the International Welcome Center, and that was just really near and dear to my heart. So when you guys wanted to come on, I was so glad to have you talk about what you do. So for people who have never heard of the International Welcome Center, what do you guys do?
We serve refugees in the greater Akron area.
Which is wonderful.
Summing it up.
Yes. Okay. And so right now, refugee resettlement is not happening. And so I know there's still a lot to be done though with refugees that have already been resettled. So can you just give us a little more information? Let's go beyond just we serve refugees. What do you do to serve refugees?
Yeah. So the International Welcome Center started serving refugees who had been here after a 90-day mark, which is the initial resettlement period. That was all the way back in 2018. And then over the last couple of years, we've been resettling refugees, so involved in that first 90-day resettlement period. When resettlement stopped, we just continued, as we have always done, serving refugees who have been here for 90 days or are working on being here, sometimes 2 and 3 years they've been here. But if you can imagine, that's a long-term adjustment.
Yeah, I mean,
from another country, coming here, trying to establish yourself in this area, learn the language.
Absolutely.
So the IWC steps in with the support of many wonderful volunteers, focusing really on making a house a home, which is taking their house as they have it and helping them to incorporate all the things they need to make it home. Also providing English tutoring, which obviously helps them to settle in this area, and then providing driving lessons as well, which is so important in Northeast Ohio to keep a job and to manage life in this area.
Yeah, because we're not a huge city like New York City or Boston where everyone can take the subway. People need to learn to drive in this area to be able to get around. And so, what important things you're doing. I was just thinking 2 to 3 years, to be honest, doesn't even sound that long for such a huge move, because I've moved cross country before and I think about how that took me a good year to settle, and I'm an American in the same country, knowing the language. And so I can imagine that they do need that long-term assistance. And so I appreciate that you guys provide that for them. So that's really wonderful. So share a little bit about an event that's coming up. You've opened this event up to the community so they can come and hear from the speaker. Let us know what's going to be happening.
On Thursday, June 5th, we're having an event at Grace Bible Church. It's on Manchester Road in New Franklin, and we have invited a speaker. His name is Reverend Charles Beckett, and he has worked among the refugee community for years. Also, his daughter was a humanitarian worker in Afghanistan.
Okay.
Some years ago, I think 2009.
Okay.
And she was executed there during the time that she was serving there. That all is part of his story, as far as sharing, her story. And so he will be there to share his experience, his stories, and really stories of hope, as wild as that sounds, in the face of such experience. And we invited him to speak to our volunteers, but also opened that up to the community at large, because it will be such a valuable event. We're just excited to host this speaker and to hear from him. So
people will be able to hear from them, but if someone's watching and they also want to have more information about the IWC, this would be a good event for them to come to hear more about what you guys do as well. Yes,
because all of our volunteers volunteers hopefully will be there, so they'll have a chance to interact with other IWC volunteers and hear from them as far as their experience and what we do. Also, we'll table our own event, so we'll be sure to have materials there so that we can invite people to become a part of the IWC.
Yeah. And so, again, if someone's watching and they're kind of unsure about getting involved or not getting involved, first of all, what kind of needs do you guys have as volunteers? And then we'll follow up with why should someone get involved in this work? So,
yeah. Well, why is because we are humans and we are helping other humans.
Yeah.
And we are just building the community, the greater Akron community. As we build individuals in the community, then the community gets stronger.
Yeah, that's great.
So these are people in our community. They've been invited here and they're trying to make a life here. And so if we can help them do that in any way, then we're just making our community a stronger place to live and for everybody to thrive. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah. And because, well, come and talk to volunteers, really.
Yeah.
So that's the answer. That if you take a few minutes to listen to our volunteers, they love the work that they do at the IWC. They begin to establish relationships, friendships, and become connected to people. Just learning that really people are the same wherever you go.
Well, and it's always reciprocal in terms of like, yes, reaching out and helping others is wonderful. But then, of course, you're going to also benefit from the relationship as well. Just, giving to each other.
Yeah.
So that's, I'm sure, what people would find out in talking to volunteers is that they're getting a lot out of it as well.
Yeah.
So what kind of needs do you have right now for someone watching? Maybe they're not quite ready to step in a tangible way and volunteer. I'm sure you have financial needs as well. Yeah. Can you share those?
Yes, we do have financial needs, and we always have financial needs. So we invite anybody who wants to give. They can do that at our website and very, very easily. You also will be able to do that at the event that we have on June 5th.
Great.
And that's just the facts of what we do, right?
Yeah.
It costs money. So always, if people would like to give, they're welcome to give, and we invite that. Other than that, you can pray for the IWC because we count on that. We count on people. We have a whole team of people that pray for us, and we're grateful for that. And then finally, you can volunteer. And that is something that you just have to send me an email and we can talk more about what that looks like.
All right. Wonderful. 3 great ways to get involved. Come out to the event.
Yes. Yeah.
Coming up. Again, remind me what day that's happening.
Thursday, June 5th.
Thursday, June 5th.
The doors open at 5:30. We will have some appetizers and desserts and a time to really a meet and greet time. So that will be the time to interact with some volunteers or even the staff of the IWC and learn more about what we do. And then the event itself starts at 6:15.
Great. All right. And we'll put all that information up for you guys as well so that you can come out to the event on Thursday, June 5th, happening just next week, and learn more about the IWC and what they do and ways that you can support them. Thank you so much, Kelly, for being here with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.